guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. So we're going to do your week ahead reading. We are looking at your general life during the week, your love life and also your career. Sit back, relax and enjoy your reading. Oh, hi there guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. So we're going to do your week ahead reading this week. I just wanted to show you the cards that we're using this week. We are using the Radiant Wise mini deck, miniature tarot, and we're going to just look at your general message for the week through those. For the work reading, we're using the Cosmic Cycles Tarot by Martina Razzo and Miriam E.G. A beautiful deck. If you haven't checked out a review of this deck, well, you probably don't need to check it out now. Well, actually, maybe you do, because obviously not all of the cards are going to be shown on this. We're only picking 5 cards from this deck to have a look at message for careers. So if you want to check out the actual review of this deck, guys, you can. It's on the channel, okay, so where you get to see all of the deck, what every single card looks like. We are also going to use, for the love reading section of the reading, guys, the Modern Love Tarot by Ethany. She actually is a YouTuber, this lady. Fantastic tarot creator and also oracle deck creator as well. I'm in love with this deck. This is specifically for love readings. I haven't done a review on this particular deck yet, but yeah, the one will be coming up soon. But I just couldn't wait to use this for the love readings this week. So we're going to use this for the love readings. And also we're going to use, for your spiritual advice for the week, we're going to use the Angel Wisdom Tarot by Radley Valentine. Hi Libra, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot readings from the heart. We're going to do your week ahead reading. We're looking at the Monday the 25th of January through to Sunday the 31st of January 2021. Looking at your general message for the week, career and also love. Let's make a start. Okay, Libra, so let's have a look at what the cards have to say. First card is the King of Cups. So, message may concern an individual here. King of Cups. King of Cups, a water sign, male or female. You can read kings and queens as, you know, other than what their sex typifies in the tarot. Usually this is a man because it's a king, but can be read as a queen. King of Cups is somebody who is stable and emotionally stable, secure individual, very empathic and understanding, just a general loving nice guy, but also can be very emotionally controlled, and still waters can definitely run deep with that character. So possibly a person. As an energy, King of Cups is all about controlling one's emotions, being calm, weathering the storm. So the Fool, the message for the week is concerning an individual here. The Fool. It could be something to do with an opportunity, perhaps. Perhaps there's some potential concerning this individual here, showing up with the Fool energy. New beginnings, perhaps, concerning this individual here. The other thing that I'm thinking, if it's not individuals that we're looking at here, the King of Cups also can be to take your time to contemplate rather than sort of just going in for the kill, because the Fool card is doing things without thinking. That's the Fool card for you. We're taking a leap of faith. We're jumping into the unknown. But remember, the Fool card is all about, this is why it can represent a teenager. It can be doing things with just abandonment and not thinking about it just because it feels good. Remember, this is ruled by Aquarius and I think Uranus as well. So this is about independence and and just being free. So the Fool has no boundaries, whereas the King of Cups is somebody who is very controlled emotionally. So perhaps the message this week is about controlling one's emotions. Perhaps there's a need to be emotionally controlled or to tap into that emotional stability energy there with the King of Cups. The Fool can be about doing something really stupid as well, like just doing something without thinking, as I've mentioned, just doing something foolhardy. So we've got two energies here, one being foolhardy, jumping into the unknown without thinking about it, the other one with the King of Cups being very calm and centered before. So I just feel that there's a need for some of you guys really just to calm and center yourselves before taking a leap of faith. And in other words, it's really just think about an action before you actually do it. Six of Coins is generosity and generosity, charity. This can be loaning money or giving money out. Queen of Swords. Sharing knowledge, I think, here, because the Six of Coins is all about sharing what one has, and the Queen of Swords is knowledge. Sharing knowledge or sharing information here. With a love. Do you know what I get here, Libra? I think it's really important, and that's you, the Queen of Swords, isn't it? Because you're Libra and that's Libra. I really think it's important for you to share your knowledge or share the information with a loved one here, with the lovers, I think, here, before you do something here. So I just feel that the message for the week, looking at these cards, we don't always read kings and queens as people. And it doesn't feel like I need to read that king there as a person. It really feels, because there are two different, entirely different energies here. The Fool is young and self-centered and just wants to do stuff. The King of Cups is more seasoned. He's older, he's mature, he's had a lot of life experience. He understands the repercussions of an action. So he generally kind of just stands back because he's so controlled emotionally. With the Fool is often a card that represents someone who just wants things now. So with the Fool card, this can definitely be a card that would probably indicate something like instantaneous gratification. Wanting stuff in the now is the Fool. Fool doesn't wait, doesn't want to wait, just wants to go and do it. Unfortunately, because the Fool is so eager to have fun and to experience, sometimes it can be to his or her own detriment that he does something here. So I just feel with the King of Cups energy that the message this week is really just to take a step back and just to control the urge with the Fool energy showing there, to do something that you may regret later. And really, if you want to kind of think about kind of taking a leap of faith or experimenting with something or trying something out, maybe you want to share the information that you hold as the Queen of Swords energy there with a loved one, with somebody that is very close to you, okay? I just feel it's really important to do that. I think that you need to kind of talk before you walk. Sorry, I just made that up. But yeah, just talk before you walk. Think about your actions before you take them. Okay, so that's what the message I feel is coming up this week, is to think before you act. Okay, and if you need to get any further advice before you actually take an action or take a step towards something this week, Libra, talk it through with a loved one before you actually take that action. What is the career reading this week? The Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands can be a card about being cautious with the Nine of Wands, but the Nine of, and to be honest with you, this version of the Nine of Wands looks like more like cautiousness than anything. Usually on the Nine of Wands, what we're seeing is somebody who is standing at their post. There's a defiance within the Nine of Wands, which often when it shows up in a work reading can actually talk about standing by your post. So, you know, if somebody came to me and said, you know, should I leave my job now? And I were to just do a one card reading and I got the Nine of Wands, I would probably say it's probably best to stay where you are right now. Okay, this is definitely more about being cautious. If you look at this guy here, he's on his roller skate, he's on his skateboard, sorry. He's looking down a very dark path. There's light here, there's snow coming down, but he's very cautious. He's not, and he's got, can you see in his hand actually, he's got a torch. If you look closely, he's got a torch here. So this is really, for me, when I look at this card here, this is all about kind of being cautious. So there's a sense, and this can lend itself, when you look at a work reading, Libra, to being kind of very, what's the word I'm looking for? This can lend itself to the idea of tension within the workplace, or just being cautious. So if you're cautious within work, it may be that there's an enemy there, or there's something that you don't trust. Let's have a look at what the next card is. Oh, the Hangman reversed. Okay, I don't put reversals in my decks. So if they show up, I know the universe has just reversed it when I was shuffling. I think there is a need in work this week and I think it's a case of really thinking about stuff this week, Libra. There is a need to be very cautious, and this Nine of Wands is being careful really about stagnating. Now the Hangman in the reverse, the Hangman in the upright, it can be about stagnation, but this is a card when it's in the upright, it's about looking at things from a different perspective. If you look here, even though the Hangman is not usually on a Hangman deck, you get the reversed Hangman, don't you? Do you see? He's often like that, but on this particular deck, the Cosmic Cycles, we get the Hangman like this. But he or she is still looking at the world from another perspective, from high above the clouds. But now it's reversed. So now, really, and it is a different perspective as well, even when it's reversed. It's very clever how they've done it. But for me, when I get the Hangman, just to, kind of as a general meaning, it can mean stubbornness. So it may be careful of being too stubborn, perhaps, within the workplace with the Hangman energy, or be careful of not wanting to move or not, because the Hangman, when it's in its upright position as well, can be about change as well. You're looking at things from another perspective, but the card can allude to the idea of change as well when it's in its upright position. In the reverse, this is somebody who is reluctant to change because they're very stubborn. So it may be that there is a need to be very careful about being too stubborn or not being willing to be adaptable, perhaps, with the Hangman. Because the Hangman in the upright is actually often quite adaptable to his positioning. It's uncomfortable, but he adapts to it. This guy in the reverse doesn't. I mean, usually it would be the upright. You see where I'm coming from. But the way they've done it is so it's reversed when it's in the reversal. But, you know, for me, the reverse of this is being stubborn and not being adaptable. What's the next one? Right. So, the Five of Wands is competition. So when you get the Five of Wands, often in a work reading, you've got competitive energy showing there. You've got competition from colleagues, you know, probably competition for a promotion or competition to, you know, to move up or to advance oneself within the workplace. Oh, what is this? Not great, I'm afraid. I don't like this combination at all. Usually I quite like the Devil in a work reading because it shows hard work, tenacity and focus and ambition and motivation. But this Five of Wands with the Devil... But then again, the Devil and the Five of Wands can be somebody who's competitive and ambitious. Let's have a look at the next one. The Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles in a work reading is usually an opportunity that is presented to the seeker, like a new job opportunity, for example, would be the Ace of Coins. Do you know what I get from this? I don't think that Five of Wands and the Devil is competition on a card of that Ace of Coins being in the reading. I think that it's telling you that you need to be very cautious and very wary of not being able to adapt or not being able to, with this Hangman. I think this is actually a very key card here. I think it's telling you that you need to be cautious about not being able to adapt or not being able to, probably something like changing the way that you think or changing your perspective. Okay, it just feels to me like with the Five of Wands, some of you guys may be worried about that. You may be, I don't think that this is competition. I think that this is your own worry because the Five of Wands can also talk about fear. Though I do see, you know, the competition of the Five of Wands in this deck. You know, it doesn't really matter because you get this Five of Wands in any deck. And the Five of Wands can be about worry and anxiety. The Devil for me is about hard work, but it's a card about being chained and enslaved to work. But it can be a card about being enslaved to materialism. But that's not how I would read it on this particular spread. It just feels some of you guys are worried about being enslaved to where you are. You know, because the Devil you can read that in many ways in a work reading. On the one hand, it can be a great card for somebody who's ambitious to achieve, you know, the highest position. Because what you want when you're the Devil is ruled by Capricorn, you want to be the best. You want to own the nice house. You want to own the nice car, and you're damn well going to work hard to achieve it. There's a sense of ambition and dedication and motivation and obsession that comes with the Devil to achieve one's best. But not in this reading, I think. You know, there could be something about being obsessed by the material as well, because the Ace of Coins is the material. And if you look at the way the guy in the Ace of Coins is looking, he looks like he desires the coin. He hasn't got it yet. He's desiring that. He's desiring the ball. So he's desiring the material. but I don't think it's that. I'm going to go with this because this deck doesn't come with a booklet. So you just really got to go. I'm just looking at the face of that Ace of Coins guy, though. He looks like he really wants that ball stroke coin bad. But in the general meaning, the Ace of Coins is an opportunity here. But if you look on this Devil card, you can see that this girl is chained to the devil. So she's chained to her fears, I think. And do you know what I get here, actually, when I think about it? What I get here is that some of you guys need to be very wary of not being able to look at things from another perspective, from being quite stubborn, and from not allowing yourself to be adaptable. I think with this Hangman in the reverse, there's a need for you to be wary of that in those two cards, because I think that some of you guys are worried with this Five of Wands energy showing here. You are worried. I think on the one hand, you're worried about being enslaved, perhaps with this devil energy, to the same thing. But at the other hand, you want the new opportunity, because all I'm seeing is that this boy here doesn't have that coin. And how I read tarot is, for me, whenever you get, I've got over 270 odd decks. And I could probably, if it's not just your standard bog off rider weight, which is the system that I read by, but I know the rider weight, so I break the rules on it because you can. That's what tarot's designed for, as far as I'm concerned, to be intuitive. And also, if you get scenic cards like I do, it's to look at the pictures. This person doesn't have the coin, doesn't have the ball. It wants it. It's desiring it. It's looking through a window at it. Can you see? And all the other balls are below here, but it wants this one. So this says to me it's something that you don't have. Something that you don't have. On the one hand, I think for some of you Librans, you're afraid with this Five of Wands energy. You're conflicted and you're afraid about staying in the same position. And that same position with the devil energy, it's almost like the devil here is the boss. And there you are, Libra, enslaved to the boss. The boss is having all of the good times, though. The boss has got all the drink. He's got all the luxury, whilst you're there having to sit and do all the work. Other people get the most money for it. And I feel that in a way, some of you guys are afraid with this Five of Wands of being stuck in a particular job where you're not being valued, where you're not being paid what you're worth. And you do desire this. You desire to have a position that pays you what you're worth with this Ace of Coins. That's what you're desiring. So I think that the universe is saying that because of this, perhaps this week, Libra, it would be worth some of you guys being very careful about, with this Hangman energy in the reverse, not being able to see a way that you can change this, or a way that you could kind of, because the Hangman is about change when it's in its upright position. And in fact, I'm just tempted to read the Hangman as it is, even though it's reversed. I'm tempted because usually the Hangman is reversed. He is looking at things from another perspective. In fact, the upright and the reverse both show someone looking at something from another perspective. And some of you guys, I feel that you need to be, with the Nine of Wands energy, that you need to be very wary this week. Because I think that with the Five of Wands and the Hangman, I think that I could read this as a pair and say, you need to be able to turn those fears around and look at your fears from another perspective. Because some of you guys are scared about being chained or enslaved to the same old job and doing the same old thing, even though you probably have better skills than most people, but you're not doing anything about it. We can clearly see that you want more, Libra. So I think the message for the career reading this week is it's time really now to change these fears around, to turn them around, to look at your fears from another perspective. Instead of saying, oh, I don't think I could do this. What about saying, but I think I can? Because it's clear to me with the devil, you don't want to be where you want to be, where you are at the moment. You want to be somewhere different. But if I was to read between the lines, it's kind of obvious to me, Libra, that you don't feel that you can do it. Do you see what I mean? You just don't feel that you can do it. You desire it with the Ace of Coins energy. But the Five of Wands kind of says to me that you don't feel that you can do it. And I just feel that the universe says to you, well, you need to change up. With the Hangman being in the reverse position, you need to change your perspective and your outlook, in fact, on how you feel. Five of Wands. So you consistently, and also what's striking me as well about this spread and just the way the cards look is, well, if we look at the Five of Wands, Libra, you'll see that your fears are being controlled by this person here. So Five of Wands, often, if it's not conflict with others, it's fear and it's anxiety that is felt on an internal level. Well, look who's controlling this. This guy here is controlling this. And then we've got the devil sitting here and you're here. So both cards show you being controlled by others. Okay. And I just feel that the universe is saying that you desire so much more, but you're allowing yourself to be controlled, you know, by others. So I think with the Nine of Wands, you've really, and the Nine of Wands can also mean that it's time. It's time because you're so close to that change. It's time. So I would say that really with the Nine of Wands now, turning this around as well, let's read this again, that some of you guys are allowing yourself to be controlled by others in the workplace. You see what I mean? When you desire more with the Ace of Coins energy, but it is time now with this Nine of Wands energy to change that perspective with the Hangman. Finally, let's have a look at love. Right, the Queen of Swords, again, that's you, Libra. So you, the Queen of Swords. I think that some of you guys are tussling or you're juggling or you're weighing something up here with the Queen of Swords energy showing there and the Two of Coins, because that's, I'm reading the Queen of Swords as you. I think that you're weighing up the value. What value does a relationship hold here with this Ten of Coins? Because the Ten of Coins is the value that we have. It's wealth. It's not just money. It's about, well, health is wealth. So if you've got a healthy relationship, even if you haven't got money, that's the most important thing. And I think that for some of you guys, you are weighing up, well, what is the value of this relationship? For some of you guys, you might have been in something for a long time, judging by the fact that this is a Ten of Pentacles. The Seven of Swords energy, some of you guys might be questioning whether somebody's cheating in a relationship as well, because the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Coins, the Seven of Swords, when that shows in a love reading next to any card really, or any card like a Ten of Coins or a Ten of Cups, that's somebody probably, or a Two of Cups, Three of Cups, that's somebody kind of you know, cheating. So some of you guys might, and the Two of Coins, if you're weighing something up, you're questioning it. And the Queen of Swords has a questioning mind. She questions everything, and that's Libra, that's you. So actually, I do feel that some of you guys are questioning whether there is cheating going on within a relationship this week with the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Coins energy showing there. Nine of Coins energy. It may be the partner appears to be a little bit distant as well, showing here. Also, it may be some of you guys are, with this Queen of Swords energy, there's a couple of things that I'm kind of seeing here when I look at this. The Two of Coins can be a transfer. The Ten of Coins can be big payment, big money. So maybe some of you guys are waiting for a big payment, big money coming through. Maybe the partner is avoiding a payout or something like that with the Nine of Pentacles energy showing there. However, the Seven of Swords doesn't always have to mean cheating. It can mean escape. And the Nine of Coins is somebody who's on their own. Independent, but lonely at the same time. Single. So some of you guys may want to now not be so single. Because if this is escaping the Nine of Coins, maybe you want now to do this. Some of you guys may be weighing up being in a long-term relationship. That Seven of Swords and Nine of Coins could easily be not wanting to be on one's own anymore. Some of you guys are probably saying to yourself, you know, I really don't want to be on my own anymore. And I'm weighing up whether I should, you know, whether I should think about kind of settling down perhaps with the Ten of Coins energy. Alternatively, some of you guys may be weighing up or questioning whether somebody's been cheating cheating in a relationship. The Nine of Coins also is a card where people kind of, when you get a Nine of Coins, it's about valuing oneself. So you're making more of an effort with your appearance, because Pentacles are all about the appearance. It's perfume, it's aftershave, it's, you know, making much more of an effort. So it could be as well, some of you guys are weighing up whether there's cheating going on in your relationship. Possibly your partner is making more of an effort with their appearance, for example, with the Nine of Coins. Okay, let's have a quick look then at the reading again before we do very quickly go on to the spiritual message for the week. So Libra, this week the general message is, I think, to think before you act with the King of Cups and the Fool. Remember, the King of Cups is calm and collected. The Fool is not calm and collected, just wants to go for stuff, just wants to jump into it, just wants to run ahead. So really there's a need to kind of be more collected and much more calm and considered, I think, this week when thinking about jumping or taking a leap into something new here. Perhaps you want to share your ideas or share this information with a loved one. The second thing to say is on career. I think it is now is the time. 9 of Wands is right up to the wire. So I think now is the time to start looking at something from a different perspective. Some of you guys, I think with the 5 of Wands and the Devil, are being controlled by a boss, or you're being controlled by others who are making you feel anxious, worried, and making you feel that you, possibly with that Devil energy, that you don't have anywhere to go, that you're stuck in your job, that this is all that you're good for. But I think with the Eight of Coins energy, it's clear to me that you guys desire a lot more. And I think that the only way that you're going to get a lot more is by looking at your whole working situation from another perspective, instead of allowing others to control how you think and how you feel. Finally, in terms of love, some of you guys maybe, because you're the Queen of Swords, Libra, some of you guys may be weighing up whether a partner is cheating in a relationship, possibly because with the 9 of Coins they're making a lot more of an effort with their appearance and that type of thing. They might be wearing, you know, more perfume or more aftershave, smelling good and all the rest of it, and you're like, that's a bit odd. The other thing to say, I think, though, is that for some of you guys, it may be that you're weighing up, and now you're considering the 2 of Coins. If we're riffing off that card, it's weighing things up, it's questioning, it's considering. Some of you guys may be considering being in a long-term relationship or settling down. Some of you guys don't want. The 7 of Swords, I can turn that card around to the word do not want, because it wants to avoid. Some of you guys don't want to be single anymore. Some of you guys really want to be in a relationship. And finally, in love, it could also be that some of you guys are kind of waiting, perhaps, with the Queen of Swords energy showing there, being that that's you. Possibly it's something to do with a transfer of a massive payment or something like that. Perhaps the partner is avoiding paying you the money that you are owed. Possibly you have children, though. Could be something to do with what's the word I'm looking for? Could be something to do with child support or something like that. All right, let's have a quick look at what the spiritual card is this week. It is the 3 of Wands. So planning for the long term, abundance from past choices, pride in the success of your labours, and be patient as you decide what's next. Fantastic. Okay, that's your reading for the week, Libra. Really enjoyed doing that for you guys. Thanks ever so much for joining me. If you would like your own private reading, click on the link in the comments section below. And also, yeah, just have a great week. If you would like to check out this deck here a little bit more, there's a walkthrough and a review. It's called the Cosmic Cycles deck. It's beautiful. I really enjoy working with this deck, and I'll be reviewing this Ethony deck soon as well. All right, have a great week, guys. Love you. Take care. Bye-bye.